Hey guys, it's Mongo here, and I've got something I've wanted to do a commentary on for quite a while, and everything lined up, and it seems like a great time to do it now, and that's achievements, life achievements, achievements that you do, big mile markers, big, whatever that you do in your life. And what I'm going to ask you to do here in about a minute or so is put it down in the comment section. If you have it now, great, cool. But I want to talk into why. So what a lot of people do when they get really big achievement, the human psyche is to they just kind of put it back or put it off as like it's not a big deal, and it doesn't feel like a big deal while you're in it or whatever. But when you look back on it, it could be a month or a year. When you look back on it, it's it's exactly that. It's a big deal. You're just like, whoa. It kind of hits you sometimes, and you're just like, wow, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I overcame that. I can't believe, whatever the situation is, whatever, whatever your big achievement was. So what I want you to do is stop and actually think. Think about an achievement. Think about something that you did or something that you had to overcome, no matter how big or small. Doesn't matter. Graduating middle school all the way to saving 30 people from a bus fire accident with midgets throwing fire at the bus. I don't know. But whatever it is, go ahead and stop. I'm going to pause the video for you and put it down below. I want to have a discussion about this. Okay. Hopefully you are back. I hope you guys put something down there. I'm trying to make the comment section, less of a comment section and more of a forum type discussion board. And I'm going to jump in the conversation. This is something I'm pretty passionate about. I really, really enjoy seeing other people's achievements and big hurdles in life that they jumped over. So go ahead and hopefully you put in like what what you had to do to overcome it, why it was hard, what you did, all that good stuff. And let me talk about for a minute what spurred this on. For two reasons. One, I'm really proud of her, and to kind of fulfill you in on why this popped into my head and why I've been wanting to do this. So my baby sister, my little sister, she just pinned on her LPN, licensed practical nurse, so she could be a nurse at a hospital, obviously. What was that, last Friday now, so it's been almost a week, and really good honor. It's really cool, and the reason why this is like a big achievement in my opinion for her is because she had a baby, really young, my little baby niece. She was 19, she got pregnant, not married, even though the dad's definitely around. He's helping, he's a really good dude. And had this, beautiful baby, but she's going to school and she doesn't know, she's got this extra hardship, and things seem to be going kind of iffy for her. But she pushed through that, changed what she was going to do, because she was going to college, and changed that to become a nurse. Because of the child that she had, she was like, wow, I definitely want to be in this kind of, in this kind of career field where I can help other people. And that's awesome, right? Well, now she's got a newborn baby, and she's going to her, get her LPN done, and it's, that much harder. Luckily, she had a lot of help, from my family, friends and stuff like that, helping with babysitting and, money when she needed it, because college kids aren't rich, you know what I mean? Well, not all of them are. Most of them aren't. So had a lot of help, and that's really good. That's a really good thing. And I think she would have done it without any help, to be completely honest. She's pretty strong-willed, and man, I couldn't be more proud. But it's like a year long, I think, is how long it took her. And I don't know if that's early or late. But now she's moving on. She's going on to the next step. If that wasn't good enough for her, she could go to a hospital and apply to, well, after a little bit of practicing work, but basically today. She's not going to do that. She's going to push on to her next tier, her next step, which is a registered nurse, which make a little bit more money, and actually a lot more money, if I'm correct on that. I think I am. Because that first step wasn't big enough for her, so she pushed on and prevailed even harder, or is going to, and that's what she's doing now, even with a small baby in her hands. So you know, and she's completely nonchalant about it, like completely like, oh yeah, no big deal, pinned on. And I think it's one of those things where she doesn't realize how bad that's going to hit her later, when she's like, wow, I can't believe, like, that was rough, you know, I can't believe I did all that. That was kind of painful, you know. It took a lot of hard work. I really had to struggle through it. So, you know, I kind of want to talk about how that affects you later, and why what seems so small is kind of like, you know, kind of blows your mind later. It's like, whoa, cool. Because it is a big deal. It really is, and you just don't want to think about it at the time because you're in the moment. You're doing it. It's just part of life, right? Well, you should kind of dwell on it and sit back and really take in, I don't know, the situation. Really take in, you know, what you did, because it's those kind of things that are going to define your character, your person, who you become, who you are, you know, who you're going to be in the future. And if you don't sit back and kind of look at them, it's I don't know. I don't think it's as powerful. So let it sink into your brain. Let it sink in, and really just, you know, let it change you. Let it change you as a person, knowing full well that you can handle it. So that next time you go through something hard, it's not that hard. It's not a big deal. You know, it's just something that you're going through. So anyway, yeah, that's all I got on this topic. Hopefully you guys put something down below. If you haven't already, please do it now. And I want to have a discussion. Let's do this. Thanks for watching, guys. That's all I got. Mongo out.